Getting high in the sky, boss, I can see it. Yeah, high spot in this plush die, and it's lit. Smooth driving, all the sauce, got me big. For the cops, we can't be stopped, just a minute. Hey, 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 what's the diamond in? Call my lens, got a new Benz, lost more friends, stretch my ends, money all in, talking to a friend, breaking bed, 110s, counting in ends, something got thin, keep it FN. I gotta go, I gotta spin, I drove a boat, I drive again, I ain't got no note, I ain't got no rent, I am a boat, I am a man, y'all on the low, we smoking dope, I keep it close, you with the folks, on the dose, on some dope, a bit hope, you already know, you know, bitch, we the top of the sauce, but the toppers, you know that they got me, you owe, they cleaning in my body, bitch, it happen, I couldn't fall out with a blow, how did it take it, I like it, I cop it, ain't nobody stopping the go, nobody stopping, smoke like they daddy, we sitting alive, and we just really out the whole flow, getting high in the sky, boss, I can see it, yeah, high spot, in the plush, die, and it's lit, smooth dropping, through the sauce, got me big, for the cops, we can't be stopped, just admit it, ain't the time, bitch, I'm committed, long how, cold, hard, get a spot, we got vibes, yeah, stop, you can't catch us, so forget it, that's no cap, I'm in the guinea, it's really rap, this ain't a gimme, I don't trap, now I got plenty, I'm in the castle, fucking a genie, I bought the castle, she on the roster, I ain't got the tackle, drunk on the guinea, text with the saddle, I had a him, I'm about to smack him, I'm on his petty, I'm for 12s in the B12, my bitch trunk, starting around, she thinks she's well, I'm doing well, when I wanna fuck, it don't matter, bitch, I'm in shock, I'm not well, you know my cup, and my blood, I got it on lock, I've been in jail, so that they fuck, they get splat, I'm out of dropping no, I cannot fly, coming straight to the top like a lot of, niggas play tough and they talking on the internet, but they ain't never going to them, I take a loss and they make me a boss, like I'm look, I'm no better than them, I'm better than them, he comes to the top of Scotty when I cough and I'm trying to get higher than them, high in the sky, boss, I can see it, yeah, high spot, in the plush, die, and it's lit, smooth dropping, through the sauce, got me big, for the cops, we can't be stopped, just admit it, ain't the time, bitch, I'm committed, long how, cold, hard, get a spot, we got vibes, yeah, stop, you can't get yourself, forget it.
What's up, Dave? I might jump online tonight. They'll let me get Doza next year. It's over.
Run that back, turbo. Money, hold up, gotta, cuddle, ladder, water, dollars, quarters, wrist, water, reach, water, your bitch, wanna, come on,
Put trade difficulty on high.
I'm a stunner, summer, spinning, honor, cook up, hey, Michael, hey, surfer, wave, habit. I been sipping acorn, rich nigga on A1. Every knocking in A1, baby, but a pecan. Bringing it on the reef, breaking up bed till I see the sun. I fuck the bitch on the dick, keep me get on her neck. She only call me for 6. Speeding that bitch, I stick up my foot on their neck.
Packing heat.
I use a drop of the eggs, on the show, gotta keep it a gun. I'm not a regular, but that's strong. Fuck a whole bottle, we can run. She want me sticking in deep in a gun. Let me know if you with it or what. Catch your body, I keep it on hush. You pussy gon' tell her to rush. Come to the spot and the feeling is rush. Don't fuck with these niggas a dub. Money, huddle, gotta, cuddle, ladder, order, dollars, quarters, wrist, water, reach, water, your bitch, wanna, wanna, come on, wanna, hey, I'm a stunner,
No Kyle Hamilton, that's you.
Spinning, wanna, cook up, hey, Michael, hey, surfer, wave, surf, Papa, hurt, Papa, smurf, lot of dirt, I can call up,
Big shoe.
car,
Look at this fucking animal.
all merch, sipping, dripping, tipping, tripping, women, hey, linen, hey, dealing, killing, spinning, willing, grilling, hey, feeling, hey, money, huddle, got a cutter, lot of orders, dollars, quarters, wrist, water, bitch, water, your bitch, on a, wanna, come on, on a, hey, I'm a stunner, summer, minute, Hana, cook up, hey, Michael, hey, surfer, wave.
I got scores. Hold on.
Run that back, turbo, run that back.
Eli's your beast.
Pouring out that light. Move the family to the docks. Put some diamonds in my watch. Falling like a big shot. Falling like a big shot. Falling like a big shot.
Big Bobby Brown.
Give this man up at my dollar. Got good boy must be a scholar. A scholar.
36, 91. That's incredible.
Yeah, I'm jogging to the bank. Calculated shipping, we won't sink. Give her 100, told her keep the change. One car now we finally seen a change. My brothers keep a shit deeper than a chain. Just like Indy got a thing. And I'm tripping like a sinker. Yes, it make you blink, yeah. I can let it on the dots. Keep that foreign off the lot.
Good defensive backs play with an edge, unrivaled by other positions. Rash confidence drives their best performance. One such game has earned him a challenge.
Like a big shot. Falling like a big shot. And LA smoking dusty dough. I got dusty on my clothes. I still got homies on the shows. I'm just getting feeling like I'm on goals. Looking for the pesos. The inside but the bank closed. Every time I turn around, I see a bankroll. I used to get hit me down, I ain't a dingo. I might be one getting a payroll. Short athlete, I'm gonna chop on one day. If kid was dripping, I had a case closed. Independent, you can't name a nigga I own. I can let it on the dots. The foreign out the lot. I made to the docks. Put some diamonds in my watch. Falling like a big shot. Falling like a big shot. Falling like a big shot. If you don't fool with me, don't do what I do. They get a one, but he really the two. Better get up when I hit at your crew. I'm sitting the cleanest through. I'm bailing outside, but they thinking it's over. You niggas ain't seen my move. They set me down like I went out of space, now I gotta go back to the moon. Nigga right back on the shoes. Nigga get done like it ain't nothing to lose. Too much back on the move. Right back in the club, going back to the pool. About to start acting a fool. It's just you and me, you know if I choose. You know that my happy to cut out the cool. I'm talking to me and not you. I missed out on millions and millions, that money is gone. Ain't get no compensation, ain't no compensation for niggas, we ready to roll. Let's get back to the mix. Only reason you said it, cause the niggas said it, you sucking the dick in the toes. You gotta know how it goes.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal week 7, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, on On the visitor's sideline, Patriot head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys currently a couple games over 500, 4-2 through 6 games. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now Shuck. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down. You talk about this time. Defense against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Well, this defense for the Titans, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, and all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage.
But plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. They're led out by a former first-round selection back in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
They'll try to run forward with Genty. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The Titans at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. We can look at this Patriots defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator. Because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Dart. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. The Pats at the line ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And the Titan defense steps up here and down he goes. Abdul Carter. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks.
Abdul Carter. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Throwing, Shuck. It's complete to Hopkins. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's run well here the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Here's the first carry for Sean Tucker. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A passing down here. 5 receivers on the field as they look at a 2nd and 8. Dart going to look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. To throw now, Dart. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Pierce. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun. Here's Dart. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here's Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Genty. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Ashton Genty, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Now Cade York for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. New England's offense set to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
New York now for the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now out come the Patriots. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now 2nd and 5. In motion left is Hopkins. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. But good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who.
And shutting him off, now open field. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. On the run, it's Dowdle. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
3rd down, Shuck from the gun. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Mason Graham providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. The kick by Lutz is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Titans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. His numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Throwing, Dart. He's got his man, it's Pierce. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Play action. Now Dart. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Well, now they'll shift things around. On first down, it's Genty. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll go again with Genty. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Dart going to give to Scatterby. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Cam Scatterby, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. New England trying to get a place on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now 2nd and 3. Play action now. Shuck. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Working out of the gun here, Shuck. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Looking to throw, Dart. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On now is the Titans punter. Back deep, Hunter Renfrow. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw is Shuck. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw now, Shuck. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Shuck now to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's got Pierce. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our look across the NFL starts now, and we kick it off with a good one. And it's the second-year running back, Tyrone Tracy. He's going to hustle his way to the end zone, 10 yards on the touchdown. The Rams win their second straight as they get the victory here. From there, it's on to Cincinnati, checking in on the Bengals as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is Jack Besh. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. Make it a 70-yard touchdown grab. The Steelers are playing well. They improved to 5-1 with this victory. Lastly, got one more to show you here. And this is Lamar Jackson. He's got a couple of touchdown passes in this first half, including this one. The Vikings on top in this one at halftime. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he returns this to the 22. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They work now on 2nd and 9. On play action, here's Dart. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On 3rd down, here's Genty. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, fighting off the defender. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Patriots take over. New England's offense set to go. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll go play action with Shuck. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Abdul Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for New England. Now it's Horn. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A nice throw there by the rookie from Ole Miss. And he's got his guys a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Play fake, and here's Dart. Pass caught by Pearsall. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Dart. This one finds Pierce on the out route. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First down, here's Scatterby. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the give, Genty. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Henry To'o got in there behind the line of scrimmage that time.
At the Patriots 17-yard line.
Throwing his dart. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Ashton Genty. He scored on the ground and through the air, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
York on now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Hunter Renfrow to return it from his end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. They run here with Dowdle. Sheds off the tackle. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Throwing, Shuck. Touchdown, Patriots! Terrence Ferguson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Henry To'o there on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
Dart going to look to throw here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Pats are right back in this football game. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He's got room at the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Here's Shuck. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins.
And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Christian Watson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
What's good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 74 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give up the middle, Scatteroo. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. On the give, Genty. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Right back to Genty on 1st down. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 2nd down and 3. They go play action with Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Dart. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. A lot of pressure here for Cade York. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. York able to send this one through. and that'll push the lead up to 8. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. New England trying to get a place on offense. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Now Shuck. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Back to throw now on first down. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Denzel Perryman gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Back to throw. Right side to Watson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Here's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 12.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here we go, 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
To the air, Dart. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Here comes second down. Dart. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long. A run straight ahead with Genty. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here we go. This is fourth down. Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Titans who will control the football first here in overtime as we're back underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 108 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Not a bad idea to start overtime. Feed the hot hand. And understand that when you're feeding that hot hand, everyone else is pretty much in agreement on it. You know, a team looks at their game and says, all right, who's playing really well? Let them touch the football, and we'll do our job to help him along. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A run out of the gun with Genty. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Marquise Bell in on that stop.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Working out of the gun is Dart. That's complete to Pearsall. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So the Patriots coming out now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the Titans, Their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
artistry on display. Hi everyone, I'm Scott Hansen. This is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 7. Lots to get to. We'll begin in Nashville. The Titans at home to take on the New England Patriots. And here it's the Tennessee defense that steps up. They force the mistake out of the rookie quarterback. That's going to hurt because this one is taken back all the way. Touchdown. The Titans improve their mark to 7-0 as they get the win. From there, we go to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Let's check in on the Chargers as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And it's Tua Tagovailoa hooking up with his man for the touchdown here. One of 3 touchdown passes for him in the ballgame. The Chargers move their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play well here in the season's first half. Lastly, let's go out to Chicago. The Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints. And it's ARSB, Amon-Ra St. Brown. A deep shot downfield, and he's right there to look it in, and they're not gonna get him. 75 yards this one goes. The catch and run for the score. Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando.